Hi there. Good Thursday morning. That critical meeting in China now underway.
Presidents Trump and Xi face to face. It is May 14th. This is Today. Pageantry and politics. A lavish welcome in the heart of Beijing for President Trump to begin his high-stakes summit with China's president.
You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway.
The two meeting overnight, discussing tensions over trade, the war with Iran, and Taiwan. Also, how to improve relations between the world's two biggest economies. The very latest in a live report from China. Affordability crisis. Americans voicing new frustrations over soaring inflation and consumer prices. The cost of gas inching even higher this morning. All of it set to impact November's midterm elections. Our closer look straight ahead. Stunning reversal. Alec Murdaugh's convictions for the murder of his wife and son overturned by South Carolina Supreme Court. The justices citing, quote, shocking jury interference in one of the nation's most closely watched cases in years, setting the stage for a new trial.
It is my current intention to seek a speedy retrial of this case. This
morning, the reaction and what's next when Murdaugh's legal team joins us for an exclusive live interview. New fears. 3 people in Kansas now being monitored for the hantavirus after a high-risk exposure to someone from that cruise ship. Just ahead, what health officials are saying as the race to contain the spread intensifies. Miracle at sea. Dramatic new images of a risky rescue 80 miles off the coast of Florida. An Air Force team racing the clock and strong storms to hoist plane crash survivors from the Atlantic.
We had 5 minutes left in gas when we got the last person out of the water.
Inside their life-saving mission and how those survivors are doing this morning. Those stories plus warm welcome. Princess Kate greeted by massive crowds in Italy to start her first overseas trip since her cancer battle. We're live at today's stop on her historic tour. And golden energy. K-pop demon hunters ready to hit the road for a worldwide tour, while Coldplay's Chris Martin gets some help from a few friends.
Oh, Chris, will the show have any surprises? Absolutely.
To reveal the music superstar is set to headline the first ever World Cup final halftime show.
Madonna, Shakira, BTS!
We've got all the details today, Thursday, May 14th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today on a busy Thursday morning. So glad you were with us. Lots to cover, including the latest on that bombshell decision to overturn Alec Murdaugh's double murder convictions. It's a case we've been covering closely for years now. And this morning we have Murdaugh's legal team live right here in Studio 1A for their first interview since that decision by South Carolina Supreme Court was announced yesterday.
That was an earthquake. Looking forward to hearing from the defense team. We're going to start this morning with President Trump's trip to China, attending a state dinner this morning hosted by Chinese President Xi after the two leaders met behind closed doors for more than 2 hours. High-stakes issues like trade, tariffs, Taiwan, and the war with Iran all on the table.
And we've got it all covered from that summit to the Murdaugh case to some new developments on the hantavirus outbreak as well. We'll start with NBC's Garrett Haake. He is traveling with President Trump in Beijing. Garrett, good morning.
Hey, Craig, good morning to you. And this two-day summit getting underway today with an elaborate mix of pageantry and politics. The Chinese rolling out a literal red carpet for President Trump, but also greeting him with a warning about the risk of future conflict over Taiwan, the self-governing island China says is an inseparable part of this nation. But both countries ultimately speaking positively about progress made today in improving the delicate relationship between the world's two superpowers.
President Trump, the guest of honor at a lavish state dinner at China's Great Hall of the People in the heart of Beijing. The president toasted by Chinese President Xi Jinping and joined by family, staff, and more than a dozen of the United States' most prominent business leaders, including ally Elon Musk and the heads of Apple and NVIDIA.
It's a very special relationship, and I want to thank you again.
The dinner capping off a day of carefully choreographed ceremony and closed-door meetings, beginning with the president's arrival in Tiananmen Square and his friendly greeting with President Xi, followed by the performance of both nations' national anthems and an artillery salute. The two leaders inspecting a military honor guard. President Trump visibly charmed by hundreds of Chinese school children there to greet him. For the Chinese, all that pageantry aligns with the politics. Their goal to present an image of stability, control, and reliability to the world. Reporters given only a glimpse of the summit itself, with President Xi setting the stakes, calling a stable relationship between the two nations, quote, good for the world, adding later that the U.S. and China should be partners, not rivals. President Trump playing up his personal relationship with Xi, showering the autocratic leader with praise.
Such respect for China. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I only say the truth.
In private, Xi warning Trump that the most important bilateral issue to China is Taiwan, adding that if it's mishandled, the two countries will have clashes or even conflicts, according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in an exclusive interview with NBC's Tom Yamas, asked about it.
We always respond by saying anything that would compel or force a change in what we have now would be problematic. And we would certainly, our policies on that have not changed.
The two leaders also discussing trade and the wars in Ukraine and Iran, where the White House hopes China can use its leverage as Iran's biggest oil buyer to help bring the conflict to a close.
Did President Trump raise the issue of Iran with China?
He did, and it was important because the Chinese side said they are not in favor of militarizing the Straits of Hormuz, and they're not in favor of a tolling system. And that's our position.
Garrett, you mentioned several of the CEOs who are traveling with President Trump there in China. Any word on progress regarding trade deals?
Well, Craig, President Trump posted on his way here that opening up China's market for American companies would be his #1 ask of President Xi. So far, we've heard generally positive language, but no real specifics. President Xi told Trump that China would only open its doors wider to U.S. businesses going forward. And in an interview this morning, the Treasury Secretary said that President Trump pitched the Chinese on also buying more oil and gas from the U.S. The Treasury Secretary predicting we would see large orders of Boeing aircraft coming soon, but there have been no announcements yet, Craig.
Garrett Hick traveling with the president there in China. Garrett, thank you. We also want to mention that Tom Yamas will have the very latest on the summit and more of his interview with Secretary of State Rubio tonight on NBC Nightly News live from Beijing.
We touched on it there, but let's focus more on the economic impact of the Iran war on Americans from coast to coast. Inflation and already sky-high gas prices back on the rise and set to be a major issue in November's midterm elections. NBC's chief Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles has a closer look at that. Ryan, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. The cost of living is on the top of many voters' minds, but the president and Republicans argue the benefits of the war in Iran will outweigh the costs and that Americans will understand. This despite a new poll showing 77% of Americans feel the war is hurting them financially.
This morning, as President Trump takes the world stage, here at home, the political fallout from rising prices for Americans growing. With the war in Iran restricting the world's oil supply and sending gas prices skyrocketing.
Nobody is safe from this.
And with rising inflation. Yesterday's data revealing businesses' costs had their highest monthly surge in more than 4 years. Consumers feeling the pinch at the grocery store, too. While some staples like eggs have actually gone down in cost over the year, others have jumped significantly. Fresh produce prices up 6.5%. And ground beef going up 14.8%. Communities helping each other. Food banks noting an uptick.
We're definitely still seeing more people come out because more people are impacted.
With affordability on voters' minds, Republicans defending comments from President Trump this week, saying Americans' finances are not influencing his decision-making process when it comes to Iran.
I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all.
Republicans saying the remarks were taken out of context, and the president is focused on both the economy and the war.
The president has to confront all these challenges simultaneously.
Obviously, the president could have phrased that way more artfully. I do think he cares.
Allies say when the war ends, prices will tumble.
When we get the Strait of Hormuz reopened, that will alleviate a lot of pressure.
Do you think that's how most Americans feel?
Well, I think that when you look at the cost of groceries still, the cost of gas, it is still expensive to live in the United States, so there's still work to be done.
While Democrats argue it's Trump's policies that led to the skyrocketing prices.
People get into really troublesome territory when they deny the reality that everyday people are experiencing.
And the White House insists that preventing Iran from developing a nuclear weapon is in the long-term national security interest of the country. But what they can't predict is how long that process will take and how much it will cost to get there. Savannah?
Ryan Nobles, thank you very much.
The Senate confirmed President Trump's nominee Kevin Warsh to lead the Federal Reserve. The vote fell mostly along party lines. Warsh, a former top Fed official, will replace Jerome Powell as chair of the world's most powerful central bank. Powell plans to remain on the Fed's board even after his term as chair ends.
Turn now to the latest on the hantavirus outbreak. 3 people in Kansas are now being monitored at a hospital after they were exposed to someone from the cruise ship with that dangerous disease. Meanwhile, the CDC is now carrying out assessments of the 16 Americans in quarantine in Nebraska. NBC's Maggie Vespa joins us from that facility in Omaha with more. Maggie, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. Those CDC staffers on the ground here stressing they are in touch with state health officials coast to coast, a point all the more pertinent now with those 3 people now being monitored at a Kansas City hospital. At the same time this morning, some encouraging news for one of the 16 Americans quarantining here. This morning, new hantavirus fears in Kansas, where state health officials say 3 people with a high-risk exposure to an infected cruise passenger have now been transferred to a Kansas City hospital for observation. Officials say the trio were not on the ship themselves, adding the encounter happened abroad. They're not saying whether the 3 are exhibiting symptoms, but stress there are no confirmed cases in Kansas, adding the risk to the general public from the Andes virus remains extremely low. Meanwhile, CDC staffers on the ground in Omaha interviewing the 16 quarantined Americans about their exposure to confirmed cases.
I'm here to be monitored closely, and this is a very secure facility.
And some good news this morning for Dr. Stephen Kornfeld, who initially tested positive on the ship. Health officials now say after further testing, he's been cleared from the hospital's highly restrictive biocontainment unit and moved to its quarantine space.
98.6. Now I have to put on my mask so I can show the nurses.
Regular temperature and symptom checks also underway, a process documented by passenger Jake Rosemarin on social media.
Okay, so I just got a bunch of my packages delivered.
Rosemarin also showing this care package delivery from loved ones.
Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot of snacks here.
Worldwide, health officials are tracking 11 reported hantavirus cases and 3 deaths. In the U.S., 16 states are monitoring residents who have potentially been exposed. The CDC says they're encouraging the 18 American cruise ship passengers now quarantining in Omaha and Atlanta to stay in these facilities for the virus's full 6-week incubation period. Local officials adding,
if circumstances don't allow for that, we'll have each of those individual conversations. No one is asking to leave today.
So, Maggie, though, if at this point, if a passenger does want to leave the facility and isolate at home, can that happen? How would that work?
Right. Yeah, Savannah, to be totally honest, it's unclear at this point. CDC officials were being really careful with their verbiage yesterday, repeatedly saying that they're really encouraging people to stay here the full 6 weeks. And during yesterday's press briefing, I point blank asked, okay, so if someone wants to leave, is there any version of you keeping them here? Kind of the implication being against their will. And the staffer responded, we are really encouraging them to stay the full 6 weeks, and later pointed out there are no federal or state restrictions requiring people isolate like we saw during COVID. So they're really walking a fine line here. Savannah.
Interesting. Okay, Maggie, thank you.
New details are emerging this morning about a daring rescue at sea. A small plane crashed far off the coast of Florida, leaving nearly a dozen people stranded before they were saved. NBC's Sam Brock is here in the studio with that story. Sam, good morning.
Craig, good morning. Miraculous is how the military described this sequence. 11 adults from the Bahamas were stranded at sea, clinging to a raft for nearly 5 hours. An Air Force search and rescue team that just happened to be running a training mission in the area helped to rescue them after the plane sent out a distress signal before crashing into the ocean. The improbable outcome, all of them were saved, with the entire rescue captured on video. This dramatic rescue scene playing out 80 miles off Florida's east coast. A group of Bahamian passengers stranded in a small orange raft in the middle of the vast Atlantic Ocean for 5 hours before the 920th Rescue Wing swooped in with a basket and a lifeline.
And you could tell just by looking at them that, they were in distress physically, mentally, and emotionally.
The Coast Guard said their small plane, a twin-engine turboprop, left from Marsh Harbor in the Bahamas Tuesday, headed for Freeport, when the aircraft suddenly experienced engine failure, sending out a distress signal before plunging into the water.
I've not known anyone to survive ditching in the ocean. I mean, for all those people to survive is pretty miraculous.
The Air Force, running a training mission at the same time, was flagged to a possible downed plane, eventually teaming up with the Coast Guard and Space Force.
So we're working with our pararescue team in the back, heading out, developing a plan of how we're going to insert everyone and also how we're going to extract everyone and bring everyone home.
After tossing down a bundle with food, water, and 2 extra rafts, the pararescuemen jumped into the water and swam to the survivors, examining them for injuries before hoisting them all to safety.
They didn't even know that we were coming until we were directly overhead. So you have to imagine the emotional injuries that they were sustained out there and not knowing if someone was going to rescue them. But, that's our job.
So Captain Whipple says the rescuers had just a few minutes of jet fuel left, like about 5 minutes, and were battling thunderstorms out there. But still, of course, were able to rescue everybody. The victims, guys, were taken to Melbourne, Florida for care. According to the Coast Guard, everybody is in stable condition, and the cause of the crash is now under investigation. But while they were out there, they didn't know when or if anyone was coming to actually save them. And then it all happened.
Lucky to be alive, for sure.
Thank
you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Let's go to the weather now. First check of the forecast, and we've got Weekend Today's Angie Lastman in this morning. Al is on assignment with the Third Hour crew. Hi, Angie. Morning.
Hi, guys. Good morning to you. We've got, no surprise, another day where we've got the potential for severe storms to develop, and they are going to be across parts of the middle of the country. We've got this bigger front kind of working across parts of the plains. It's going to bring a bit of rain to folks across the Midwest, and then those stronger storms, potentially some supercells happening across places like Kansas, with more broadly some general thunderstorms across a larger area. We've got the hail, the wind gusts on the table. The good news is the tornado risk is low for today. We do it all again for tomorrow. Some of that rain across parts of the Ohio Valley, but more of those storms kind of popping up across the mid-Mississippi Valley and parts of the plains. Kansas City, one of the spots that I would watch on Friday for the hail and the wind gusts. And then we get into the weekend, and we are not done with the severe weather just yet. We've really got that sticking with us through the long haul into early next week. This is a look at your Saturday. You can see tornadoes now on the table with damaging hail and the potential for some damaging winds too. That goes into your Sunday plans. Sioux Falls stretching down to Kearney. We've got that potential there with all of those, including flash flooding on the table, and that stays with us as we head into our next work week on Monday. More of that severe risk. Let's look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
We're back 7:30 spring morning. Our Plaza crowd is out and ready. Big welcome to them. And Mr. Carson Daly has entered the chat.
Can't wait to go at 8:30 and hang out with everybody.
Morning.
Our friend from Detroit saw out there. Guys, we're going to get started here with a busy half hour, starting with a stunning new development in a case that we've been following for years.
Yeah, South Carolina's Supreme Court has overturned the double murder convictions of Alec Murdaugh, citing, quote, shocking jury interference by the court clerk during the trial.
Murdaugh's legal team is with us this morning exclusively. We'll talk to the two of them in just a moment. First, though, NBC's senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett joins us now. Laura, good morning.
Guys, good morning to you. You almost never see this type of conviction overturned, but the high court there making it clear what happened in this case was so egregious they had no choice. So now, more than 3 years after the jury returned its verdict, Alec Murdaugh could soon see a new jury starting all over from scratch.
This morning, prosecutors in South Carolina vowing to retry Alec Murdaugh after that stunning court decision tossing out his convictions for the 2021 murders of his wife and son.
Dust yourself off, you get back up, you take a fresh look at it, and then you go do your job.
South Carolina Supreme Court finding Murdaugh's right to a fair trial was violated due to what the justices called shocking jury tampering from then court clerk Becky Hill. Hill, long accused by the defense of trying to cash in with a tell-all book about her role overseeing the jury, has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing.
I did not pressure the jury.
But the high court unpersuaded, calling her behavior breathtaking and disgraceful in a blistering decision, finding she told jurors not to be fooled by evidence from Murdaugh's defense attorneys, and advised the jury to watch his body language when Murdaugh took the stand in his own defense in 2023.
I would never, under any circumstances, hurt my wife, Maggie, and I would never, under any circumstances, hurt my son, Pawpaw.
The juror who originally raised concerns about the clerk reacting to the new decision.
I wasn't shocked. I felt like justice wasn't served. He didn't get a fair trial.
Other jurors in disbelief.
The evidence was overwhelming. He was guilty.
Murdaugh's attorneys praising the court's decision, saying in a statement, Alec has said from day one that he did not kill his wife and son. We look forward to a new trial. But Murdaugh will not walk free, admitting to stealing from clients and pleading guilty to multiple state and federal financial crimes. Yet he's always maintained his innocence for the shooting deaths of his wife and son. The family tragedy prompting multiple docuseries. Still, prosecutors undeterred by all the attention the case has garnered.
When the state has what it believes to be credible evidence that somebody committed a murder, we are duty-bound to try the case.
As for any retrial here, things could look different this time around. Murdaugh doesn't have to take the stand and testify. Plus, the state Supreme Court cautioned prosecutors simply went too far afield in that first trial with evidence surrounding all of his financial woes. That was in order to prove a motive for the murders, they said. But the state Supreme Court saying if he is retried, the state will need to show more discipline this time around. Craig?
All right, Laura Jarrett. Laura, thank you. With us now exclusively this morning, attorneys Dick Harpootlian and Jim Griffin, who lead Alec Murdaugh's defense team. Gentlemen, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Good morning, Craig.
I know that you talked to Alec yesterday. What was your client's response to the decision?
Yeah, Craig, we had told him that the argument went very, very well. We were very hopeful in the result. He didn't believe that it could be possible. And then yesterday, he was very gracious, thankful. And he said, Jim, I'm seeing, I'm reading it, and it's still hard to believe. But he's glad to get that moniker off of him as a convicted murderer of his wife and son. No doubt about that.
Dick, you said a few months ago when you were here, you said that you were confident that he would have, quote, a fair shot at acquittal if there was a retrial. What makes both of you so confident?
Well, I think that everyone says, well, the jury convicted him so quickly, evidence was overwhelming. If you take away all those financial crime, prejudicial, victims testifying, and the Supreme Court talked about that yesterday, you've got no forensic evidence, no fingerprints, no eyewitness, no confession, no video. The only thing they have is this, he lied about where he was.
The Snapchat video.
Right. Other than that, the motive is paper thin, and maybe it's better to understand what they don't have. That's why they went all in on that financial crime stuff. And, of course, we know this jury was lobbied by the clerk of court to convict. So I think a retrial is going to result with a fair jury. I think gives him a chance for acquittal.
I remember several years ago you both talked about this investigation that you were starting to coincide with the actual law enforcement investigation. This investigation, I assume, has been going on for several years now. Has it yielded any new leads? Is there a new working theory about if it was not Alec, who it could have been?
We do have information that's been provided to us.
Since the trial?
Since the trial. And they're frankly, a lot of people out there who believe in Alec's innocence, who continue to work and provide us information. But
what kind of information?
Well, you know, potential third parties and potential motives, and we can't disclose it here right now, and don't intend to.
Can you characterize the nature of it? I mean, are we talking text messages? Are we talking?
I can't characterize the nature of it, Craig.
And by the way, I wish we could talk about it, but I think this reversal is going to give us much more access to that information. Either these folks that were hesitant to tell everything will come forward and tell us that, but more importantly, we now have the power of subpoena. We have the power to investigate this using the legal process.
The reality is he's still going to spend a few decades in prison on the financial crimes.
Absolutely.
Is there a school of thought in which either of you think that a jury might be more willing to not convict him this time around, knowing that he is going to spend 20, 25 years in prison?
Jim?
I mean, I don't adhere to that school of thought. I mean, frankly, you know, it will not technically, legally be before a jury. I mean, they won't know, but, you know, as a practical matter, in the back of their mind, they probably will. And so, but I will tell you this, on a retrial, the statistics are in the favor of a defendant because you have a lot more recorded testimony of witnesses. You get to impeach them with inconsistencies, and so it'll be a totally different trial, I promise you.
A number of the jurors after the trial said that they thought Alec taking the stand was a mistake, that it hurt him. If in a retrial, does he take the stand again?
Well, everybody misunderstands. We don't tell a defendant to take the stand or not. We give them advice, especially when your client is a lawyer. They're going to make that independent judgment. So the guy that can answer that question isn't here this morning.
But I do want to point this out. That jury was tampered with. That jury was told, don't believe Alec before he got on the stand in so many words. And so the jurors came out saying, we didn't believe him, but they were coached to not believe him. And as the Supreme Court said, Becky Hill put her finger on the scale of justice and impacted the result of that trial.
The state has indicated they want to retry him quickly. If there's an about face and the state says, we're willing to offer a plea deal, we don't want to go through this again, we want to save the taxpayers some...
No plea.
You're not going to take a plea under any circumstances?
Under any circumstances.
He will never plead.
Never plead guilty.
Killing his wife and son, I promise you.
Never.
Why not?
Because he didn't do it. How about that?
And you remain convinced of that?
I remain convinced there's no evidence that he did. Okay?
How is the approach going to be different this time?
Well, I don't know that we ought to go into details on that, but because somebody, Alan Wilson, may be watching this.
The Attorney General of South Carolina. Really quickly, this is always a question I've wondered, and you may not ask, but I'm still going to ask. Who pays you guys? I mean, this has been going on for several years now. He allegedly has no money. How are you guys being compensated?
I'm going to defer to Jim on this because this is a discussion he and I have all the time.
Yeah. So,
is it pro bono?
Craig, we got paid to try the first case.
Okay.
And there's no more money left. But when you do this work, you represent a criminal defendant. I mean, it's like you got paid for a job, and the job's not done. So, you know, it's a loss leader right now. We're doing it. We're not getting paid, but we're going to see it through.
And we're looking for avenues to perhaps get some money for, you know, not for us, but for expert witnesses.
Yeah.
I mean, the costs in the first trial were $600,000.
Dig, Jim, I wish we had more time, but thank you. Thanks for making the trip out from South Carolina.
Thank you for inviting us.
We're going to have more on this case and what's next during a special new 2-hour Dateline NBC tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Guys, back over to you.
All right, Craig, thanks. Still to come, our first-hand look at how Princess Kate is leaving her mark on Italy as she returns to the global spotlight.
Plus, if you've been missing the pit, we've got big news on Pop Start, what Noah Wiley just revealed about Season 3. All that and a lot more coming up. But first, these quick messages.
Baby Jane.
We're back, 7:43 now, with Princess Kate's high-profile tour of northern Italy.
Yeah, so she's in the middle of her first official overseas trip since being diagnosed and treated for cancer and being warmly received by all the large crowds at each stop.
NBC's Molly Hunter is in, let me hope I say that, Reggio Emilia for us again this morning. Hi, Molly. Good morning.
Beautiful pronunciation. Buongiorno, guys. It is very beautiful here in northern Italy, and it's another exciting day for Kate diving into the early education programs here in this beautiful northern Italian city. And even in the rain this morning, doesn't look like it right now. The crowds definitely line the streets. Take a look.
This morning, the Princess of Wales meeting with the littlest, most enthusiastic beneficiaries of the programs she's here learning about. Spending time at the Salvador Allende preschool here in Reggio Emilia, a forest school where nature is at the center of the school's design. From there, a visit to what they're calling a creative recycling center, which provides, in part, artistic materials to the city's preschools.
There is so much excitement here for Kate's arrival, especially way down here.
And at every stop in this small northern Italian city, royal fans trying to catch a glimpse.
It's a wonderful day. It's a dream for me.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Did you take any selfies?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, can I see them?
Kate's trip here, a fact-finding mission. Rolling up her sleeves, cracking jokes, and taking the time to really connect. To understand from the people involved more about the renowned Reggio Emilia approach to early childhood education.
Putting children and childhood at the heart of the community. And I'm really fascinated to learn more about it.
According to Kensington Palace, the princess was the driving force behind this trip.
I've been meaning to come for quite some time.
And wherever she goes, welcoming fans, lining the streets.
Thank you for coming. It's so grateful. I felt very emotional driving in, seeing everyone there.
Even hanging out the windows. The Kate effect in full force.
Her popularity here in Italy is incredible. She really is the best placed member of the royal family right now.
Kensington Palace stressing this is just the beginning of her next chapter. She's thinking big, thinking globally, which means fans around the world are in luck.
Fans are certainly rejoicing. Now, this is also a really foodie part of Italy, and actually Kate is off cooking this afternoon at a local restaurant and farm. Unfortunately, the press didn't catch an invite to that one. I have a feeling, though, we'll be able to find a good meal somewhere. Guys?
Yeah, no, we're not feeling sorry for you, Molly. We're just wishing we were with you. Looks beautiful.
Thanks, Molly.
Thank you.
Going to switch gears now. Turn to the weather. Angie Lassman
Hi,
in
guys.
for Al.
We got to look for some sunshine, I think, on this map. We talked about the severe storms across the middle of the country, but if you're looking for that sunshine, the southeast looks pretty good. You'll notice those cool highs settling in across the northeast and parts of the Midwest. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And that's a look at your forecast, guys.
Thanks, Angie. Angie, thank you. Don't worry, everybody. Your pop star to Moosh Boosh has just been moved a little bit. Another big pop star on the way, but we see Jenna over there got a boost.
Okay, if you've met kids with adorable differences, you're going to like the viral video that we found to start your day right after this.
Well, we're back, 7:51. Jenna's morning boost with her cute new bob.
I've got a shorter haircut. Okay, you guys, a trio of siblings is going viral for their very different approaches to their morning routine. Watch as Dad gathers his kids for their school's field day.
You dress for field day?
Really get to it.
Aaron, get up. It's time for field day.
Really get to it.
Jimmy, you ready for field day?
Really get to it.
Love it. Somebody's ready to roll.
I mean, the real question, don't you love how everybody has their own vibe from birth? You know, that's me in the bed. But the real question is field day ready for this kid right here, Jimmy.
Look at
Jimmy's going to take field day, you know.
He is field day.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
He had a field day when getting dressed.
Yes.
So cute.
I love the energy, Jimmy.
Coming up, a woman we adore, also with a fresh new bob.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, Mariska Hargitay. She's going to get us ready for tonight's season finale of SVU, and she is about to have a Broadway debut. But first, your local news.
It's 8 o'clock on today. Coming up, face to face. Presidents Trump and Xi meeting overnight, discussing tensions over trade, the war with Iran, and Taiwan.
You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway.
After a lavish welcome full of pomp and pageantry. We'll have the very latest in a live report. And life sentence. The woman who wrote a children's book on grief sentenced for the murder of her own husband.
I will not be blamed for something I did not do.
Inside the dramatic moment when she learned her fate. Then TV icon Mariska Hargitay is here.
You're kidding me.
With a sneak peek at tonight's Law & Order SVU season finale as she gets ready to take center stage on Broadway. We'll hear all about her exciting new chapter. All that, plus Dan and Shay live in Studio 1A. The Pit dropped some big news.
And so it begins.
And Will Ferrell back at SNL.
You guys are going to have to find a new host.
Or is he? It's all coming up today, Thursday, May 14th, 2026.
Just graduated from Pitt, Johnstown.
Go Mountain.
Celebrating Sarita's 75th birthday.
From Austin, Texas.
And San Diego.
Hi, Jenny.
And Michael.
Visiting
from Sacramento, California. Hi, Savannah and Craig. Sending love to our parents.
Watching in Rochester and Syracuse, New York.
From Detroit to the Today Show. Go Pistons!
Welcome back today. So happy that you're starting your Thursday with us. So happy we decided to play a little Dave Matthews to help you start your day as well.
Oh my gosh, my 90s heart is flipping over in joy. Meanwhile, you did this. You started up our series earlier this week when we talked to the CEO of Nike, and tomorrow and today we're going to bring you the next chapter of our new series called Business in America. And we've got a fascinating conversation with Zillow CEO on his company and the future of real estate for buyers and sellers with Christine Romans.
All right, looking forward to that. Right now, though, let's get to your news at 8 o'clock. We begin with President Trump's high-stakes summit with China's President Xi. The two leaders meeting behind closed doors for more than 2 hours. Issues like trade, tariffs, Taiwan, and the war with Iran all on the table. Let's get the very latest now from NBC's Garrett Haake. He is traveling with the president in Beijing. Garrett, good morning.
Hey, Craig, good morning. Yeah, look, this has been a day packed with highly choreographed ceremony and closed-door, high-stakes politics. All of it starting with the Chinese rolling out the literal red carpet for an elaborate welcoming ceremony for President Trump today at the Great Hall of the People downtown. But after their friendly embrace outside, President Xi then in the private meeting greeting President Trump with a warning about the risk of a future conflict over Taiwan, the self-governing democratic island supported by the U.S., which China claims is a core part of this country. The two leaders also discussing the wars in both Ukraine and Iran, as well as ways to improve trade relationships between the world's two largest economies. Now, the tone of these discussions has been described universally as positive, but as we come to the close of a long day here in Beijing, there are no specific announcements of any new economic deals yet. Craig?
Our Chief White House correspondent Garrett Haake for us there in Beijing, traveling with the president. Garrett, thank you.
We turn now to the latest on the hantavirus outbreak. 3 people with high-risk exposure to the virus are now being monitored at a Kansas hospital. In the meantime, the CDC is still working to determine when the 16 Americans in quarantine in Nebraska can safely go home. NBC's Maggie Vespa joins us from that facility in Omaha with the very latest. Maggie, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. Those CDC staffers here telling us they're really encouraging the 16 Americans quarantining here and the 2 others in Atlanta to stay for the virus's full 6-week incubation period, adding if anyone wants to go home early to isolate at home, they would have, they say, a conversation. Meanwhile, good news for one of the 16 here, Dr. Stephen Kornfeld. He was the lone American to test positive on that cruise ship and initially isolated inside this facility's uber-restrictive biocontainment unit. Staff now say after further testing, he's been cleared from that unit and moved into quarantine with the 15 other Americans here. At the same time, we have that new headline out of Kansas. 3 people with high-risk exposure, state officials say, to an infected cruise ship passenger now moved to a Kansas City hospital for observation. Officials were very clear. They say this trio was never on the cruise ship themselves, adding the encounter happened abroad, and they have not tested positive for the hantavirus. So we asked, why move them to the hospital? Are they exhibiting symptoms? State health officials declined to answer those questions. Savannah.
All right, Maggie, thank you.
The Utah author convicted of killing her husband was sentenced to life in prison yesterday on what would have been his 44th birthday. Corey Richards was found guilty in March of aggravated murder in the 2022 death of Eric Richards. Prosecutors say she laced her husband's cocktail with a fatal dose of fentanyl, then later wrote a children's book about grief. In court, Richards addressed her 3 sons, saying she has, quote, done plenty of things I am not proud of. She then went on to tell her children to always protect one another and to choose happiness.
The middleman who delivered the ketamine that killed actor Matthew Perry was sentenced yesterday to 2 years in federal prison. Eric Fleming was a licensed drug addiction counselor, and prosecutors say he worked with Jasmine Senga, the so-called ketamine queen, to give Perry the drug. He later became a key informant in the investigation. He's now the 4th defendant to be sentenced in connection to the case.
Let's go to the NBA playoffs now. The Cleveland Cavaliers now just 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Finals. They upset the Detroit Pistons at home last night in an overtime thriller. The Cavs actually down by 9 points with about 4 minutes left in regulation, but they came roaring back. Cleveland would go on to win that thing 117 to 113. They now lead that series 3 games to 2. Game 6 tomorrow night. You may recall the Pistons were the 1 seed. Whoever wins the series gets to come to New York and lose.
Oh, my God, face the Knicks.
There you go.
You're saying that because we have the #1 Knicks superfan here this morning, Mariska Hargitay.
I think I see her.
She likes what you're saying.
I think I see her.
Carson, what you got?
All right, guys, you did it all, but we got Popstar coming up. We got a World Cup final first announced overnight by Chris Martin and some friends from Sesame Street and the Muppets. We're going to tell you which music stars are going to take the stage during the halftime show.
Oh, but first, as mentioned, for 27 seasons, she's led an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit, making Olivia Benson a cultural icon. And we are so excited to sit down with our friend, also an icon, Mariska Hargitay, talk about her exciting new chapter after tonight's season finale. And we're back right after this.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, our homicide isn't going to close as fast. We have a little problem.
Okay, shoot.
I went down to the Hack Bureau. Our dead guy, Victor Spicer, his license was suspended when he got 11 months for assault.
And?
He's still in Rikers.
Oh, remember her? We're back with Mariska Hargitay. That was her very first appearance as Detective Olivia Benson on Law & Order SVU. 27 seasons later, the Emmy and Golden Globe winner is still going strong on TV's longest-running primetime drama. And following tonight's season finale, Mariska is set to tackle a new challenge. She's going to make her Broadway debut in Every Brilliant Thing. It's a one-person play about those little things that make life worth living. Mariska, my friend, it is good to see you.
You too.
27 seasons. Do you remember that girl from the very first? What was going through her mind in those moments?
I don't know, but I just look at that and I go, wow, how far we've come.
Yes.
And it goes like this.
It really does.
That's the thing.
A whole life that you've lived over 27 seasons, and so has Olivia. I mean, you can't give me any spoilers, but do you have any word for the fans for what's coming tonight?
I do. You know, at the beginning of the season, Finn and I had this moment where he was talking about retiring, and I Olivia Benson couldn't compute it. She was like, what do you mean, retire?
The R word.
It's not, yeah, the R word. And so what's beautiful is that this has been a very difficult season for Olivia Benson, and at the end, there's a moment of her actually trying to figure out if she can go on, if she's making a difference, and Finn just takes care of her in the most beautiful way, because, you know, these two are the OGs and they've been together forever and really know each other. So that's lovely. And there's a little bit of resolution with the Tynan story.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is good. You gave me more than I expected.
Oh, well, you know, I'm giving it up
Is it because I'm a good interrogator, or you're just feeling generous?
No, it's you. It's all you.
No, so you had amazing cameos. I mean, the show is so famous for its cameos. You've had incredible guest stars over the year. Melissa McCarthy really pulled it over on you this year. She surprised you.
I got to tell you, there's not a lot that I don't know that goes on at SVU.
She had to disguise herself. That's Melissa.
My mind was so blown. I mean, I don't think I've ever felt like this in my life. Look at it. I'm crazy. And then you have to see the backup. The backup is the best part. We hug, and then I just start backing up because I actually don't know what to do with myself. My mind was truly, truly blown. It was spectacular. It was such a dream because I am just the biggest fan.
Is there anyone on your bucket list, like your dream guest star that you haven't had yet? I mean, you've had everyone on there. Like, I mean, I could go Viola Davis, Robin Williams, Bradley Cooper. Is there someone you're like, got to get them on the show?
2 people, and they both start with J. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
And my Jalen Brunson.
Okay. Let us manifest. And I have to say, when you manifest, things happen.
I do. They do. They do. And I think they're both going to happen. They're both a little bit busy right now.
Yeah.
But I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
I would love to be an extra if you ever have it and need anyone standing around.
Oh, Savannah.
Or like
Savannah. Good to know. We can make that happen.
Looking for my callback. Okay. Talking about manifesting, you're going to go to Broadway. Every Brilliant Thing. Explain how this came to be, because this is another thing that you kind of put into the ether and then it happened.
It was extraordinary. When I called, it was funny because I called my agents. I'm like, what? I didn't know you were putting that for Broadway. And they said, the producers saw you on the Good Hang with Amy Poehler.
On her podcast.
On her podcast.
And what did you say on that? Like, I really
said,
want to do Broadway?
I want to do Broadway. It's been a lifelong dream. I've always wanted to do Broadway. I thought that I would start there. And then, you know, I got this little side hustle on SVU, so I've been doing that. So it was a little distracting for the theater, but it's just, I cannot believe it. And I also, there's something very meaningful about it now after making my film, My Mom Jane, that my mom started on Broadway when she was 22. And there's something that feels very beautiful about me making this movie, and then there was space for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does feel like all those pieces fell into place with you. My Mom Jane is extraordinary. If people have not seen it, they have to go check it out. Do you feel like it changed you?
I do.
As an actor, but also as a human?
I feel like it changed me. The way I describe it is, it was very organizing internally for me and for my family, but also I feel like I got a lot of internal space back because it was something that I was carrying for so long.
Yeah.
And just to, you know, release myself of it and release myself from the secret and then just be like, I'm 100% just here, present and authentic. And my co-star, who's a very, very good friend of mine, Kelly Giddish, said to me, which I thought was so insightful, she said, I can't wait to see what you do after this movie.
Oh, wow.
And it did change sort of my acting and I think directing and just artistry in a freer way.
So here we go, and you're gonna be on Broadway. Is that why we have the chop?
That is why we had the chop.
I love it. Why? Was it is it for the role, or
Do
is
you know
it just
that
like...
I was at the photo shoot for Every Brilliant Thing?
Yeah.
And I had my hair, I was still shooting SVU, and I got there and I said, it just came to me, and I said, I have to cut my hair off.
Wow.
And, you know, my wonderful hairdresser, Adir, was like, okay. And he got a wig for me in, by the way, 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And so that photo shoot was a wig because I had to go back to SVU.
Oh, okay.
And so when I went back and I just cut it, everyone said, was it hard for you? Was it hard for you? And I said, not at all. I had such clarity that I needed something new and I wanted to get rid of, because there's a different energy in this character.
Yeah.
So,
well, you wear it well.
Thank you.
My only last question is, what are the Knicks going to do when you're on Broadway every night in the playoff round without their #1 super fan and good luck charm?
I don't know. I really think Jalen's got this, but
He comes over and hugs you at every game.
He does.
And like the other celebrity super fans are jealous of you.
A little.
Yeah. So, I mean, you think he can handle it without you?
I think he can handle it. I think he's got this, and I think that he'll be at Every Brilliant Thing.
Yeah, I think he
somehow,
will.
some way.
And Law and Order. We've already manifested.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Mariska, thank you. It's good to see you, love. All right, and you can watch the season finale of Law and Order SVU tonight, 9/8 Central on NBC, tomorrow on Peacock 2. And be sure to catch Mariska's Broadway debut. I'm going. Every Brilliant Thing starting May 26th.
Oh, that Mariska. Best time of the morning.
Screaming and yelling. All right, let's get to it, guys. We're going to start with some music history this morning. The Library of Congress announcing the 2026 class of inductees headed to the National Recording Registry. These are audio tracks selected as defining sounds in history and culture worthy of preservation. Let's take a look at a few that made the cut, starting with this 1959 song from a then 17-year-old Paul Anka.
Put your head on my shoulder. Hold me in your arms, baby.
Maybe from all the commercials.
Yeah, Sean, you're going to preserve that one.
I mean,
for
it's
sure.
a classic.
How about another one from 20 years later, a major crossover hit between country and rock?
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind 'cause he was way behind, and he was willing to make a deal.
That's a classic. That's a classic. That brings out the devil in all of us. The devil went down to Georgia. Charlie Daniels Band. Here's another one from this millennium that made the list. One of the biggest cultural moments of the last 2 decades. I mean, you got to preserve the single ladies, right? Now, some of the full-length albums that are also being inducted, the 1981 Go-Go's album, Beauty and the Beat, Weezer's self-titled debut, I know it's a random, but this is how it works, Taylor Swift's Album of the Year winner, 1989. They are all in the registry now, preserved forever. Next up, K-pop Demon Hunters. Feels like it's been a minute since we've played this one.
Does it? It really...
Well, the Demon Hunters are going to be golden once again. They're heading out on a global concert tour. While details are sparse, Netflix teasing the event as a live experience that's going to bring elements of the film to life in spectacular ways. You can join the wait list to be notified. Wow, the wait list just to be notified, just to get the information on when they'll become available. That means you are out of luck.
I mean, if you build it, they will come. Those concerts will be
gone. They're going to go fast. Next up, World Cup countdown on until soccer's biggest event hits the United States. Coldplay's Chris Martin was tasked with curating the first ever halftime show for a World Cup final. He got some help for some friends over at Sesame Street and the Muppets to make the big announcement.
What I'd really like to ask is if you could help try and find some giant stars to be part of the show.
How about Madonna? Yeah, Elmo loves Madonna.
That is a fantastic idea.
Thank you.
What about BTS? Butter, me favorite song. And cookie ingredient.
Oh, Chris,
Yes,
will the show have any surprises?
Absolutely.
Surprise!
Animal what? Shakira.
I mean, we can dream Shakira.
Shakira, I mean, I'm sure she's just way too busy
Shakira's in and she's bringing cookies.
Wow.
Cookies.
I mean, that's going to be a big show. Think about that scene of that Copacabana Beach.
Oh, my goodness.
With all those people there, you have Shakira, Madonna, and BTS.
BTS.
I almost can't think of 3 groups who are going to bring larger crowds. They'll play at MetLife in July. It's a stadium, but is it big enough? I don't know. We got a Pop Star exclusive sneak peek right now just to get us hyped for the games. A new star-studded commercial from Lay's, bringing together Will Ferrell, Marshawn Lynch, and David Beckham to literally hop on the bandwagon.
Back, America. So jump on the bandwagon. Hey, Marshawn, hop on, buddy.
You know I'm more of a football dude.
You can call it that, too.
That's good enough for me. I'm on.
David Beckham. Do you fancy salt and vinegar? Who cares? Just pick another team.
Stay right, stay right.
David, wrong side! If this ain't winning the FIFA World Cup, I don't know what is. The FIFA
Well, you can catch all the action over on our sister network, Telemundo, the exclusive Spanish-language home of the World Cup in the U.S. And finally, speaking of Will Ferrell, he's going to be returning here to Studio 8H this weekend, hosting SNL, marking over 30 years since his first sketch as a cast member.
Hey, Brandon.
That'd be a fun.
Michael, need you guys to do me a favor and get off the shed. Need you to be a buddy and get off the shed, okay? Thanks.
And in a new promo that's running right now for this week's episode, Will's paying a little homage to that debut. Watch this.
I'm really excited to be back. Hey, Andrew, need you to do me a favor and get off the stage, okay? Thanks. God, this place looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I don't think they've changed it much.
Yeah, they even kept the asbestos.
It's very funny. I was delighted by that joke. Get off the damn stage!
All right, Sir Paul McCartney joining him as a music guest for this weekend's season 51 finale.
Wow, really?
Yeah, flew.
Dang.
Okay.
Look who's here. Your boys are over
Dan
there.
and Shay in the house.
Your boys, the music superstars, Dan and Shay, on the deeply personal inspiration behind their new song. And while they're also calling it the most important song of their career. After your local news and weather.
All right, guys, welcome back. Dan and Shay have given us some of the most popular modern love songs, including Speechless and 10,000 Hours. What about Tequila? That was a good one, too. But they say their new single called Say So is out now and is absolutely awesome. The Grammy-winning duo shifting gears now. We're going to talk to a lot of you guys about what this song means to you. But first, take a look at this.
If the world you trusted falls apart, if your heart's run out of reasons, I'll be there every time you call, pick you up every time you fall. If you're going through hell, you're not alone. If you need somebody, say so.
Well, guys, so good to be with you. We had like a good text exchange going a couple weeks ago, and I got to hear the song. And it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and we thought we could just carve out. It's hard on the Today Show. We only have about 5 minutes, and this is a really important topic. And the song's inspired by a friend. So tell us a little bit about this song.
Dude, I sent you a text before it even came out, so give you a little leak on that. You heard it before the world. I remember when we were on The Voice, just talking to you about mental health. You know, obviously it's been a big part of our lives, and I've been open to our fans and everybody around me about going to therapy. You know, for a long time, I swore it off. I was like, I'm a tough guy. I'm from Pittsburgh. You know, I'm not going to go talk to somebody. And, you know, it's a tough world out there. And my wife and a lot of people in my circle were like, you should go talk to somebody. And I, you know, shout out to my friend Chad at Porter's Call, an amazing organization in Nashville.
Yep.
And went in there and, man, it really changed my life. And I remember talking to you about that, and I was like, I think Carson would dig this tune. And
I love the
just
song.
sent you the video.
I love the video.
Thank you so much.
Well, what's it
Proud of
about? I mean, it's a personal story.
Absolutely, man. We wrote this, you know, we sat down in the writer's room like we often do, you know, telling stories, and that's how this song started. And we started talking about our friend Ben that we lost, and it just kind of opened up this can of worms for us, really, just to kind of process that grief in a way. And, you know, a lot of times I think we feel like it comes out of nowhere. You know, we were kind of talking about that, of just, it never really comes out of nowhere, and talking about how we need to be proactive of talking to our friends and making sure that, you know, they're okay, and making sure that we get that out, you know, in therapy or whatever way that is. And this song really fell out that day, and it was just a crazy experience to be able to kind of process all of these emotions and put it into song form. And
he died by suicide. Yeah. Powerful lyrics. It's a tough time. You think of like country songs and your songs, Tequila and 10,000 Hours, a lot of, you know, romantic songs. What was it like for your fans to get? What's the reaction been? I would imagine it's been not just like, cool tune, bro.
Dude, I was nervous, man, honestly, to put it out. You're right, it is different. We're the wedding song guys, right? And this song, just a small aside about that song, you know, Ben was such a huge part of our career to begin with. He's the guy who signed us to our first publishing deal, introduced us to our record label that we're still with, and we wrote the song. We were just talking about him. He was on our hearts and on our minds, and I came home and played the demo for my wife, Abby, that night, and she was like, that's beautiful, you guys would write that on his birthday. And we didn't know that would have been his 50th birthday that day. And it was just, that was the moment where, like, even though this song feels heavier than what we usually do, this song needs to be in the world. That was just, I don't know, that was bigger than us. It was more than coincidence. And we put it out, and man, the response has been insane. It's usually like, awesome song, guys. I cranked this one on the boat or whatever. Like, I jammed this at the gym. It's like, Dear Dan and Shay, comma, and it's like 4 paragraphs.
Yeah. Yes.
Man, at this point in our career, we've been blessed and fortunate enough to accomplish some amazing things. And at this point, to use our platform, and I'm sure you feel the same way, to use our platform to change the world, to do some good in the world is just, I don't know, that's so fulfilling.
Well, usually when there's a new song like this out, there's usually good news on the heels of that. Is there anything you'd like to tell us today?
Yeah. We got lots of good news. Go ahead, Dan.
We got some good news, man. We are fired up. This is the exclusive breaking news here.
Okay.
Our new album, the album is called Young, will be available everywhere. I'm so excited. This is the first time I've said this out loud. Let's go,
fired up,
dude.
Let's go.
Our new studio album, Young, will be available everywhere. Look at that album cover.
All grown up.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're fired up about
kicking the
this.
knowledge in the classroom there.
That's right.
When's it come out?
August 21st it comes out, and we feel like this is our most personal album yet. Say So, the first single off of it, you know, is an indicator of that. But we just dug deep, man. We were, you know, it took us a couple years to work on this. We went left, we went right, we made a bunch of music, and there was some stuff that we made that we weren't quite, we had cold feet about it, and it just didn't feel
like us enough. For this, we dug back
Good for
in,
you.
and I just feel like it's authentic. It's if you listen to this album top
You're
to bottom.
saving lives, though. I mean, this is important
Yeah.
stuff. You know, Logic, the rapper, he did his song. It was a 1-800. It was the old suicide hotline number at the time. He performed it on the Grammys in 2018. During the performance, the National Suicide Hotline saw a triple rate in volume.
No way.
The song was saving. It showed us that when that popular music can literally lead to help and changing lives.
Amazing.
You're going to do this song this weekend. And you're going to save lives while you're doing it.
It's honestly, that's a crazy thing to think about, but that's the things that the stories we've been hearing, and that we always said that hopefully this song is a hit, hopefully the numbers are great, but beyond all of that, if it saves one person, like it was worth doing
Like the
this
lyrics,
song.
one of the lyrics I wrote down that I loved is, if there's a room full of people who cared, it'd be crowded. Yeah. Which is almost like from the mindset of somebody who's so lonely. But what they don't realize is if all the people that cared about you did come into a room, the room would be packed.
That's right, man. And sometimes we don't know that when we're going through it, when we're in our darkest days, we don't know that. And like Shay said earlier, we just got to be proactive about checking on our friends, making sure people are okay. Because sometimes it's the people that on the outside seem so happy and so, that we got to check on the
Love to see this, man. Kevin Love yesterday, basketball player, influencing people. Dan and Shay, in the music world, we need more people breaking the
And dude,
stigma,
thank you for
talking
using your
about it.
platform. I mean, this is the biggest
You are my
platform in the world.
You're my
We love you, brother.
You guys are my
Love
two
you, buddy.
favorite platforms at The Voice when you turned around.
Let's
Those
go.
double
It was a
chairs.
big platform. Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was very good.
That's your golf buddy over here, man.
I know. A reminder, the 988 Lifeline is always available if you or someone that you love is in need of emotional support. Dan and Shay, great to see you guys again for their new album, Young. Check it out, August 21st. Get that pre-save in now. We're back in a moment. This is Today on NBC. Thanks, fellas.
Love you, man.
Love you, too.
I'm a spotted lanternfly. I don't care what experts say. I'm gonna eat your craw. Scientists are concerned about my high reproductive capacity because I'm a player. That's how people.
If only the real spotted lanternflies were as funny as Bo and Yang playing one on SNL.
Yeah, folks, the annual invasion is getting underway. And this year, some people and businesses are already taking action against those pesky critters.
All right, Angie, you visited a vineyard outside D.C. to see how they are fighting these invasive bugs.
I sure did, guys. The wine was delightful. The bugs, not so much. Those spotted lanternflies can be destructive to key agricultural sectors like orchards, forestry, and vineyards. And research shows they could cost the grape industry alone millions of dollars. So now there's a growing effort to stop the bugs before they even hatch using something as simple as a card like this.
Kind of the grossest thing you've ever seen, right?
Remember these?
We're under attack, okay? We got these spotted lanternflies.
Spotted lanternflies took over 18 states last year.
Oh my God, on my foot.
A buzzkill everywhere they went.
It's a zombie apocalypse, dude.
With summer around the corner, the next wave of these pesky insects is about to hatch, and the eggs may be in your backyard.
Nobody anticipated this bug.
Invasives expert Mike Littman says these bugs are like vampires, sucking the life out of plants.
They're sap suckers, and they're going to suck the sap out of the plants, and then they'll start to literally attack the plant.
Including the grapevines at Jennifer Bro's vineyard in Loudoun County, Virginia.
They are beautiful when they're flying around, but don't let that deceive you. Guests don't enjoy swatting those flies away from them when they're trying to enjoy a beautiful day in the vineyards.
And the damage goes beyond what guests see.
Infestations year after year will weaken our vines, and it can cause lowered production, lower quality in fruit.
The problem sparking a growing movement. Scrape for the grape.
The reason you're here is to help save the vineyards in DC's wine country.
Volunteers, armed with nothing more than plastic cards, on a mission to destroy the eggs before they hatch.
We thought it would be really gross at first, and we were like, ugh, you don't want to do that. But it's not that bad.
I learned just how easy it can be.
Is it this right here?
And that's it. You're doing it. You just scraped your first egg
okay.
sac, and you're keeping track, right?
Oddly satisfying.
One vine after the next, we joined the volunteers scraping as many as we could find.
Thank
really
you.
your first time doing
I'm at
this? You
5.
look
This is
like
my
a pro.
first time. Really good at swiping a credit card, you know?
And when it comes to busting bugs, these volunteers mean business. wiping out over 10 million lanternflies this year alone.
Understanding what the egg masses look like, understanding how you find them in urban environments or in rural environments, and that's your quickest and best way to address the problem.
Lanternflies first showed up in Pennsylvania in 2014 and have since rapidly spread to states including New York, Virginia, and Massachusetts, hitching rides on cars, firewood, and outdoor gear. And they're still on the move, popping up now in places like Iowa and South Carolina. And it's not just plants. They could be on your fences and patio furniture too. Virginia local Dava Owsley came here to learn exactly that.
I learned how to spot these nasty little critters on the vines and scrape them off, so I'm excited to try to bring that home.
And every scrape counts.
My husband and I used to come here when we were dating, and so when we heard that, we were like, okay, we need to come back, bring it full circle, and give back to the community and the vineyard that brought us so much joy.
As the lanternflies keep spreading, so does the mission to stop the tiny pests before they even hatch. And the best weapon is already in your wallet.
And guys, while egg scraping efforts like this can make a real difference, stopping the spread will take more than just one season of it. So if you spot a lanternfly in your yard or neighborhood in the months ahead, experts do urge you to squash it. As sad as it may be, it does help.
Wow.
Otherwise, you got your cards handy? This one has the bug guts and all.
Okay.
Never mind.
That
Gotta cook it next.
Okay. Thanks, Anna.
Thank you, Edgy. Just ahead, we're gonna make the turn to content creator and cookbook author Maxine Scharf. She's gonna share a weeknight meal hack that is better than takeout. Her delicious chicken fried rice. But first, this is Today on NBC. We are back with Today Food, channeling the flavors and flair of a hibachi restaurant right here in Studio 1A. While we don't have those iconic volcano onions or egg tricks, we do have Substack star and best-selling writer Maxine Scharf. She's sharing the secret to Benihana-style fried rice and some other weeknight meal hacks as well. In her new cookbook, it's called Maxie's Kitchen, Easy Go-To Recipes to Make Again and Again. What I love about your story is that you actually manifested all of this. On your vision board in 2023, you put like New York Times bestselling writer and appear on the Today Show.
I did.
And you've done them both in 6 months.
I know, I can't believe it. And I actually got laid off from my job, and then shortly after I decided to take a chance and see if I could make it doing my cooking stuff full time, and I kind of started posting recipes on Instagram, and it's a dream come true to be here. I really appreciate it. It means a lot.
Maxine, you made it. All right.
Thank you.
Came all the way in from LA too, so we really appreciate that.
Yes.
So this is chicken fried rice, and it looks like it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, and we're going to start with something that we can all do, which is just scrambling some eggs. So if you want to help me out here, we're going to crack 4 eggs.
So if you don't have a wok at home, can you just use any regular pan?
Yes,
okay.
Any pan will work. I like a wok because it gives you a lot of surface area, but any pan will work just as well. And we're going to first just go ahead and beat these with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Thank you so much. Top chef here.
So I understand that you got to be careful with this fried rice recipe because it could spark a love connection.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So the origin of the recipe is my mom actually waitressed at Benihana when she was in college.
Yeah.
And then when her and my dad started dating, she would surprise him after work with a big batch of this fried rice and chocolate chip cookies. They got married after 4 months.
Oh, wow.
And I used similar tactics on my husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is.
So if anybody's having commitment issues.
We'll scramble that in there. So you scramble it right in the wok.
So we put it in the wok, and then we've all done this before, just scrambled eggs like you would do at breakfast.
Okay.
So you'll do that.
Did you have a little oil in the pan?
A little oil in the pan, and then you'll cook them, and then remove them from the pan.
And why do you remove them from the pan instead of just leaving them?
So you cook them in the clean pan, and then remove them, and we add them back at the end.
Okay.
So everything else can cook on a clean, even surface.
All right. Then you've got your chicken.
Okay. So now we've got our chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and add this pan. And what I like to do with the chicken is spread it into one even layer, so that it can get nice and golden brown. So let it cook undisturbed for 2 to 3 minutes. If you don't like chicken, you could definitely sub in mushrooms, bacon, anything. Yeah.
Chicken's going. Do you throw this in with it?
Yeah, throw that in too.
Soy sauce?
A little soy sauce.
All right.
So that the meat gets seasoned.
What say you, tasting table?
Yes.
Just
okay, you guys are trying it already?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah, they don't waste any time.
All right, so now I wanted to show you guys how to dice up a carrot. So you're just going to want to cut it into strips. And again, none of this has to be perfect. I know you cook, so you know this. But we're just gonna dice it right along. Boom. And now we've got our chicken cooking here, the TV show magic.
There you go, the magic of television. There are your carrots.
Here we go. Here's our carrots. We're gonna add the onions and then the garlic as well.
Now,
Give that a little stir.
Is that rice, like fresh rice, or is it like day-old rice?
So this is day-old rice. Really good question. I like to make fried rice with day-old rice because it's a little bit drier, so it has less of a risk of like gumming up and kind of sticking together.
Right, so is this where I get to do like the...
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Like that?
Oh my God. Tom's out.
Like that?
We're doing great.
Like that? Like that? Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right.
I can even do it while we're doing it.
Okay, right. There we go, there we go.
This is fun.
Oh, yeah. There we go, there we go.
I love it. I love it. Oh my
you
God.
did this a couple of years ago at Benihana,
I know.
It went better, didn't it?
Pepper,
A little bit better than
sesame
this.
seeds, soy sauce. So get that all in there.
All right.
There we go.
It's heavy. It's a heavy one. That's how you do it.
And what my aunt taught me is use 2 paddles like this
Why
to
is
stir
that?
fry. It just makes it easier.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes it easier to move everything out. Okay, now here's the fun part, and this is the pro tip from my mom. So if you take one thing away from this presentation, have it be this. You want to make a well in the center of the rice and add in some butter, and then let the rice fry undisturbed in the butter because it'll crisp up against the pan, and then you get these crispy rice bits.
Is the heat still on?
The heat's still on.
Okay.
Yes, and let it fry undisturbed for 2 to 3 minutes, and then mix it throughout, and that's how you get those like crispy.
So you put the butter in the middle of the rice, like make a well and just let it sit there.
Just let it sit there, and if you want to get like really wild, you can even do a little bit of sesame oil around the rim too.
Oh wow!
I heard you love Benihana.
I do. I love it. I mean, marriages are being saved and made at Benihana.
Commitment issues are ending.
You're funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
That's it. That's the last step.
That's it. It's so easy, right? Anybody can do it.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Well done.
Maxine.
Yay.
I'm glad you did
Thank
that because
so
people
much
think
for
they
having
can't
me.
do this at home, and you really can.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you can. You can. It's
You made it look so easy.
At home.
Maxine, well done.
Thank you.
Welcome
Such
to
a dream
today's
come true
show.
to be here. Thank you.
That cookbook, Maxine's Kitchen, it is out now. You can check out her recipes on our website, today.com/food. We're back with the 3rd and 4th hours after a quick check of your local news,
What else was on that vision?
and these messages.
What else is in the vision board?
I mean, you're 2 for 2.
You did it.
Thank you. It was hitting 1 million.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.